Hey y'all, hey, it's Reese. Welcome back for a quick little video. So basically what I am going to be doing is I have this great fish here. It's really nice and chunky. The name of the fish is called halibut. It's also flaky. It has a mild flavor. It doesn't taste fishy, which is always good. Again, so I have just cleaned these. So now basically what I am doing is I am making sure that I am making sure that, they are completely dry. Once they are dry, which they are now, I am going to take and rotate them in this plate right here. See how pretty this fish is? It's very, very pretty. Now what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and put some seasoning on. And the seasoning I will be using will be this Cajun Spice by J&O. J&O is a company that's actually here in Maryland, and I actually love their products. I also use J&O with my crabs when I am cooking them, seasoning them. I mean, it's just a really, really good brand. So I don't know if you guys can get this sent to you, but yes, it's called J&O, and it's the Cajun Spice. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some seasoning to the top and to the bottom of it. And what you want to do is you want to season it very well. So normally what I do is I season them on both sides and then I go back and I do it again, which is twice. You definitely want to make sure that this is very, very seasoned because this fish, as you can see, is thick. And we're going to do the other side as well. Everyone in my house does not like soft crabs, so therefore I am making this fish for them. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put this pink salt on it. And again, guys, remember this fish is really, really thick. So you want to give it a good seasoning. Just patting that in. All right, and again, you just want to make sure that it's seasoned well and pat the actual seasoning in. You can do that as well. I'm going to raise it up for you guys so you guys can see. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to put this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes so therefore it can marinate. After that, I'll be right back to let you see the next steps. All right, guys, so to go along with that fish while it's marinating, I am going to be making some Spanish rice, bazarins. I am going to need 1.5 cups of water. Add that in there. I am also going to use some beef cubes, which is basically bouillon cook cubes. If I can get it open. Next, I am going to add about 2 teaspoons full of I'm sorry, 2 tablespoons full of the organic tomato paste, and this is the one that I will be actually using. It comes in a box like this, if you don't know. I mean, you can actually use because I think the recipe calls for, one second, diced tomatoes. But instead of even using diced tomatoes, I am going to use this tomato paste. It's more concentrated. Next, I am going to be using some butter. And I am going to be using this European style butter. You can use whatever butter that you want, but yeah, you know, some people when they go to the market, they gotta be extra. I mean, it is what it is. So I am going to use 2 tablespoons of this. All right, so I have the ingredients all added. Again, we use this Zeta Ranch rice. We use bouillon cubes. We used 2 tablespoons of butter, and we actually use some tomato paste. So what we are going to do now, I am going to turn it up and let this come to a boil. Once it has came to a boil, I will reduce the heat and let it simmer for 25 minutes. And you also want to add a top. All right, so I got my top. Let's go ahead and stir this in. Bring it to a boil as I just stated. And then we will go ahead and turn the heat down. All right, guys, so as you can see, it has came to a boil. Now what I am going to do, I am going to go ahead and put a top on this and turn it on to low and let it boil for about 25 minutes. All right, guys, so we are back to the rice. And the rice is done. I don't know if you guys can see. But yeah, it's done. So I'm going to put the top back on and I am going to set this aside. And we are going to begin to saute the fish. All right, guys, so we are now going to go ahead and saute the fish. Once it's been sauteed, we are going to transfer it to the oven. I am going to be using this oil. It is a sunflower oil and a coconut blend. It's basically for high heat cooking. And you want to pour enough oil in here to make sure the bottom is completely covered. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and sear this. And once it's done on the sides of it, you'll see that it actually starts to turn kind of brown. And then we can go ahead and flip it. I actually have 2 more pieces. I did not want to overcrowd the pan. See how done it is on the bottom, nice and golden? That's the exact way that you want it. Alright guys, so what I am going to do now, I am going to go ahead and transfer this into the oven. I'm going to start the oven off at 550. That's what it has been warming up on. And the reason why I'm using it so high is because the fish doesn't need a lot of time to cook because it's bacon. And plus we seared it, so. Also in this pan, I've put 2 tablespoons of butter. And now I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Alright guys, so this is what it actually looks like as soon as it comes out the oven. Do you see how good that looks? I mean, really. It's so disrespectful.